definitely old friends, old colleagues, many old colleagues here. The eldest one there, right by NQ Zebra, we go back to 1999 at LIT. Jason was with the accounting, I was with Indeed, the conveyancing system. As I scan this room, I see so many familiar faces, not only from the tech world, but also from customers that's been with me and went through certain things with me, supported me. All of you know Alan West. He was my right-hand man, helping me with the documents, etc. But yeah, I've been in the legal industry and the legal tech industry for many, many years. And before I start my presentation, I actually first want to share a story with you. And then you will know why I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to talk to you about. I want to take you back to the year 2011 in my own life. It was actually one of those roadshows that George just referred to. We just returned. It was also after we returned on the Thursday, if I remember correctly, George. On the Friday, I got the call from SARS, from George Faber. We can integrate with e-filing. Longest negotiation I've ever done was to get SARS to open up e-filing for us. And huge celebration, excitement. On the Monday, we're going to start with the meetings. Obviously tired. I was also already 142 flights strong for that year, and we were only in October. Sunday afternoon, we all take a nap, hey? We're tired, we had a lovely lunch, we go and lie down. To my surprise, I woke up 9 migraine strokes later, after a Sunday afternoon nap. And it took me, Dominique, one of the conveyancers here in the room, she saw me in those days as well. I could hardly speak, I was stuttering, I could hardly walk, bloody, blah, long story, long recovery road. But at least I'm one of the lucky ones, because my recovery was to such an extent that in 2019 I successfully summited Kilimanjaro. And I want to take you on a journey, and I want you to reflect this morning. There's 2 things that I've held over from that experience. The one is, and don't get a fright, I can't judge the depth of this stair, but I take it anyway. So we shouldn't limit ourselves. And then you might wonder, why do I still play in the mountains? Because I love the mountains, but at least if I always say, at least if I misjudge it there and I die, then I die in my happy place. We're all going to die. Nobody gets out of life alive, hey? And the other thing is, when I have to do any form of public speaking, I prefer to have my notes with me, because I never know when I might strike a blank. So I'm going to lecture to you guys today. You had the rock stars, you had that's in Barry and in George, you had the Energy Bunny, which is Tertia, our MC. I'm going to ground myself here, but I want to talk to you about something that I think the legal profession is avoiding for far, far, far too long. And how can you work smarter to live better? If I reflect back in my life, what happened, and I had these amazing tools available that you guys got today, my life, I think, and I'm pretty sure, would have been much, much different from what it is now. Maybe not now. Now is also good because we can still keep up with tech. But how can we work smarter to live better? Tech can definitely be your secret weapon. And I think you've been exposed to a lot of information this morning on how tech can help you to navigate the complexities your profession is presenting to you at the moment. By adopting innovative tools, you can improve a healthier work-life balance. The approach is essential in a demanding profession where stress and long hours are common. How many hours does the average lawyer work these days? Does somebody want to share that with me? How many hours do you spend at the office on average? 8 hours, 10 hours? How much work do you take home? One of the truths that we avoid in the legal profession is that the legal profession is also in a health crisis, in a mental health crisis. But I want us to take a closer look at some statistics that was recently released. Now, I know you get lies, you get damn lies, and then you get statistics, but it's still worth taking a look at them. And these stats is alarming. 60% of lawyers reported that they experience anxiety. Anybody brave enough to show that they experience some anxiety? I'm very anxious where I'm standing here in front of you now. So, there's lots of hands going up. More than 40% suffer from depression. And I'm sure you will agree with me that these statistics is quite alarming. It's high, and it's a troubling trend that we see arising. Burnout has also become normalized within the industry, and it is often mistaken as part of your job, but it's not sustainable and it's also not acceptable. But the good news is that change is possible, and you don't have to sacrifice productivity to reclaim your well-being. Around the world, legal firms are embracing smarter strategies supported by technology to help lawyers live better and work more effectively. Practicing law is very much like playing a high-stakes chess game. Every move matters. But with the right tools and strategies, you can always stay 3 steps ahead, win back your time, and protect your well-being. Checkmate to anxiety, to depression, and to burnout. For far too long, the legal profession has worn long hours like a badge of honor, equating exhaustion with excellence. But the truth is, real success doesn't lie in how many hours you bill, but in the value you create, the clarity you bring in lives, and the lives that you impact. The data is clear. Law firms that prioritize mental wellness and offer flexible working conditions are seeing retention rates rise by 20 to 30%. Across the globe, progressive firms in places like the UK and Australia implemented 4-day work weeks, remote-first models, and mental health support programs. And guess what? Their profits aren't dropping. If anything, we see that they're climbing. Why? Because well-rested lawyers are not just better workers. They are sharper thinkers, more strategic advisors, and more compassionate humans. Maybe it is time to shift from glorifying busyness to honoring balance in your lives. And maybe it is time for you to make thriving the norm and not the exception. But how? How do we do this? How do I move from busyness to more balance in my life? It's simple. Barry pointed out to you. Spend more time on strategic thinking. You start with a strategy, and that strategy is definitely not more coffee. I saw this morning when people arrived, we eat for the coffee. I had one lady who said, I don't drink coffee, I love my tea. But the rest, we could see the coffee station is very busy. And the strategy is also not longer ours, but it lies in the solutions that has been presented to you this morning. Chaos doesn't need to be part of your job. It's not part of the legal job description anyway. But let's take a look at a few suggestions. Where can we start? Once again, I want you to imagine your law firm as a chessboard. Every person, every decision, every process strategically placed to support a winning game plan. Just like chess relies on clear rules and smart moves, well-documented standard operating procedures and checklists bring structure, consistency, and control. They reduce the errors, increase efficiency, and give teams the confidence to move with precision. Oh, and that thorn in the flesh, for me it is one, or it used to be one, strategic delegation. See that as another power move in your life. How often do you choose to do something yourself, instead of spending a little bit of time teaching someone else and then to delegate? In chess, you play each piece to its strength. The same goes for your team at your office. Delegation isn't about offloading tasks. It's about empowering the people in your office, making use of their strengths, planning several moves ahead, and position your team to win. That is what good solutions and structures can do. They can uplift everyone. And you've been exposed to many good solutions today. One Cape Town firm that I'm very close to trained their juniors in a standard litigation process. The senior partner's hour dropped by 12%. Mentorship in that office improved. The clients were happier, and the senior partner can spend more time with his family. The whole team leveled up. Smart firms aren't just promoting wellness, they're building it in as part of their business. Your firm is not just a workplace, but an ecosystem where productivity and peace of mind work together, not against each other. Without these in place, you are heading for the one thing that you might miss: decision fatigue. And that is the brain drain we normally don't see coming. That was the one that I've missed. Once again, think of that chess player in a tense hour-long match. At first, they're sharp, every move calculated with precision. But as the game drags on, mental exhaustion kicks in. They start second-guessing, missing chances, making mistakes that they wouldn't have made earlier. The same thing happens in your workplace. Constant decision-making without solutions in place weigh people down. It's like playing a high-stakes chess match all day long without taking a break at all. That's where your standard operating procedures, your checklist, your strategic delegation, and the solutions being presented to you today comes in. They cut the noise, they reduce the mental strain and free up brain power for what really matters: strategic thinking and high-value tasks. And these are available to you in tech tools. Technology should be part of your wellness strategy, but lawyers are often too busy billing hours and managing heavy caseloads, too busy to research, test, and implement new tech tools. And the irony is that the same tech is the tech that can save you time, but they feel they don't have time to learn it. Then I'm not even mentioning your other concerns: costs, hesitance to change. I was having a discussion with Currencies Direct earlier as well, and the slow adoption rate in overseas countries of new technology. We see that worldwide. Compliance and ethical concerns, to name just a few. But let me take you through some real examples that can help you to incorporate a little bit of tech together with wellness and the impact it can have in your lives. For example, investing in practice management software can help you to reduce stress by organizing your deadlines and tasks in one place. It gives you the clarity, and the automation of tasks allow for better focus and less mental overload, which is essential for you to maintain strong mental health in your demanding profession. Speak to the partner companies here. They can assist you. Time tracking and automated billing. What once meant late nights with manual logs and backtracking through emails can now be done with smart automation. It's accurate, fast, and effortless. This is such a cool feature in a software system that I just have to share it with you. I normally don't promote, and I'm not biased here. In AJS, if you open up Outlook, they have a plug-in that sits in your Outlook. And when you open up that email, you click the timer, it starts recording the time for you. When you close it, it recorded how much time you spent on that. It bills it automatically to your billing system and to the matter, and it also attached the file, the email to the matter in AJS. How many times do we go back in our inboxes and our sent items and look for fees that we have missed because there's a target on our backs and we need to achieve it? Time to focus on building your business and to connect with your clients is way more important than sifting through emails and see where you might have missed on income. It's also about reclaiming your time to be at a child's soccer game or a school concert. Document automation, Tsepo spoke about that. Smart lawyers don't waste hours on routine work, like manually drafting standard letters, agreements, or other documents. They make use of document automation tools. It turns those hours of drafting into minutes, and it's accurate, consistent, and also stress-free. AI-driven legal research has transformed another massive pain point in the legal industry. George has given you more than enough detail, and I'm sure he's eager to share more with you. It can cut down hours of research into minutes, delivering deeper insights more quickly and freeing up lawyers to focus on applying wisdom and not just to chase the information. Technology, when implemented with purpose and used right, isn't cold and clinical. It's compassionate. It lifts the burden for you, and it lets you be human again. So the question is not if you should adopt these tools. It's how soon you will allow them to carry what no longer or what weighs you down. Build a law practice where smart technology does the heavy lifting for you. It will free up your time spent on admin and give you more time to attend what really matters, being with your clients and also be with your family. Data and technology means nothing without consistent human-centered habits, and the kind of habits that protect our focus, honor our well-being, and give us our lives back. We're not just talking about being more efficient, we're talking about becoming more whole. It starts with a simple shift, blocking off 90 minutes deep work sessions, no phones, no pings, just focused creation. Studies have shown that this one habit can boost your productivity and your output by 50%. But more than numbers, I want you to think of this, what it looks like. A senior partner can wrap up a strategy report by noon and still make it to a daughter's hockey game. A solo practitioner here in Cape Town can keep Thursday afternoons open for golf. A junior associate can sleep more peaceful at night, no longer buried under a flood of late-night emails. And then there's also the digital line in the sand. Turning off notifications, logging off by 7 p.m. One legal director told me, at 6:30, I put my phone on airplane mode. I close my laptop and I'm just home, not less productive but more alive. Weekly self-check-ins also matters more than we realize. 10 quiet minutes on a Sunday. What gave you energy that week? What drained it? And what can you delegate or let go of? And this is not self-care fluff stuff. This is strategic habit design, because balance is not the opposite of ambition. It is the foundation of sustainable success. And it begins with the courage to change, one habit and one tool and one mindset at a time. Let's stop chasing time and start choosing how we live. Practical takeaways, small little atomic habits that I want to share with you today, which can make a huge difference in your life, is identify one task you do often and turn it into a checklist or a template. Free your brain from repeating the same steps over and over, and let structure serve your flow. Pick one legal tech tool you've been curious about, just one, and explore it. Ask a colleague what's working for them and share ideas and be open to solutions. Block out 90 minutes a day for focused, uninterrupted work and protect that time like gold. That's where the deep work and the deep peace begins. Set boundaries and protect your well-being. No emails maybe after 7 at night, or maybe no notifications during dinner. We're also guilty of taking our cell phones to the dinner table. Start somewhere, start small, but just make a start. Have one real conversation with your team at the office about balance, not about KPIs or deadlines, but about how everybody is really doing, what's draining the energy, and what's giving new purpose and drive. Because here's the truth. You deserve more than just getting through the week. You deserve to thrive, to feel proud of your work, present in your life, and well in your soul. So go and choose one of these tools, one of these 5 suggestions, and watch how it will open the door to a more balanced, sustainable, and joyful way of practicing law. Work smarter, not longer, because great lawyering isn't about burning out. It's about showing up sharp and in the best thriving version of yourself. I also ask AI to create me an image of what a well-balanced lawyer looks like. And that's AI's impression. And I thank you so much for your time. Die tannie het gepraat, julle moet luister. Thank you.